Welcome to the series of Living Through Gita. I've shared a number of short lessons that I took away from the first chapter. So today I'll summarize the first chapter so you can follow through as we progress. If you're new to this series, please check this backstory video to understand the characters. The first chapter of Gita, it starts with a question asked by Dhritarashtra, who was the father of the Kauravas, to his secretary Sanjaya, who was blessed with a vision to see what was happening far, far away in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, although he was not physically there. So Dhritarashtra, who was anxious regarding the outcome of the war, asked Sanjaya that after my sons and the sons of Pandu met on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, what did they do? The answer to this question is the entire first chapter, where Sanjaya tells Dhritarashtra that Duryodhan saw the army of the Pandavas and he went to his teacher Dronacharya and he started glorifying the army on both sides. And his conclusion was that they were in a much better place compared to the Pandavas. We should know that the Pandavas, they had a smaller strength of army and they were lesser experienced compared to the Kaurava army. Now, Bhishma, the grandfather and advisor of the Kauravas, witnessing all of this, saw that Duryodhan was saying something very different to what he was experiencing. And deep within, Duryodhan was depressed. He was fearful in seeing the Pandava army. So, to cheer him up, Bhishma blew his conch shell to show support to Duryodhan. In response, the Pandavas then began to blow their conch shells, which shattered the hearts of the Kauravas. Arjuna then requested Krishna, his advisor and charioteer, to take the chariot right in the middle of both the armies where he could see who he was fighting up against. Arjuna saw the army on the other side and they were all his relatives, father, grandfathers, uncles, friends, well-wishers, and seeing all of them, he became overwhelmed with emotions. Arjun tells Krishna that his body is shivering, his bow is slipping, he's forgetting himself, he's unable to even stand to fight. It's described that Arjun was not really afraid to fight because he was a great warrior. Rather, what he was experiencing was mental turbulence because he was overcome by attachment. So Arjun tells Krishna, Krishna, what's the point of killing my own people and getting this kingdom? Who am I going to share this happiness with even if I win? The family tradition will be shattered. The result of me winning this war will only bring upon more sins, causing me to suffer in hell. So at this point, Arjun sits down on his chariot helplessly with this ocean of disturbance and non-stop thoughts going on in his mind. This is where the first chapter sets the stage for Krishna to start speaking in the second chapter to guide Arjun, to guide you and me, to take our first step towards the journey inwards, to move from a state of despair to that of joy. The key learning for me from this chapter is that in our day-to-day life, we all end up in the same state as Arjun, where we're overcome by attachment to either people, material possessions, situations, and we suppress our true self and we get into that loop of overthinking. We don't say what we feel, and what we truly feel, we don't accept. And from here, our life starts getting complicated, starts to scatter. When we lie to others, it's bad. But when we lie to ourselves, it's dangerous because that messes with your mind to a point of no return. The journey inwards starts with a thought. So spend 5 minutes with your thoughts and untie those knots. With that, join me in the second chapter to witness Krishna teaching Arjun, teaching you and me the difference between body and soul, which is the key to be free from attachment and grief, directly applicable in our day-to-day lives. Hit the subscribe button for more, and I'll see you around next time.